What's up guys, in this video, I will be explaining ways and tips for how you can improve faster and become a pro quickly in the strongest battlegrounds. So, when I was making this video, there was 8 characters. But we're not going to be including Sorcerer and Wild Psychic. The reason for this is because Sorcerer is only available with the private server, plus Game Pass, and only usable in private servers, and Wild Psychic is early access. Since you guys are most likely noobs, you probably don't have these game passes, and Sorcerer is unusable in public, and Wild Psychic only has one singular move. But what character would I suggest is either Hero Hunter or the strongest hero. The reason for this is because for other characters, they have decent range attacks, so you really can just stay far and use your moves, which doesn't require much skill, but for these two it will force you to learn to handle close range combats and blocking and other thing I will be mentioning later in the video. Combos are an important part of the game, as they are a flashy and deadly way to damage or eliminate your opponent. But let me tell you this, you don't need fancy combos like Kyoto. I'm not saying the fancy combos are bad, but for a beginner, it's a waste of time. Let me explain. These more advanced combos could be more damaging, but usually not very much, and the techniques require you to do takes a very long time to learn. And if you guys don't know any good beginner combos or easier one, I will make some more on this channel and I will link them below. Movement is even more important than combos, because if you don't move well enough, you can't hit your opponent, and guess what? If you can't hit your opponent, how will you start a combo? Exactly. Every pro player has great movements, Lord Heaven, Makaku and more. The first thing is keep jumping, as if you jump you can jump over some things. This include dashes, projectile and over attacks. And next you need to learn to control and use different variants of dashes. This include back dashing, side dashing, and the commonly known front dashing. These all have their own benefits. Like I see a lot of noobs use back dash to back out of a fight. This isn't a bad decision, but if the opponent can just dash right onto you if you don't block well, which we will soon explain. But first, each dash has their own benefits. For backdashing, the first second or so have iframes. Iframes stand for invincible frames, which mean you will be immune to some attacks for that second, but depending it could change, since there are other things that gives iframe. But front dashing is just dashing normally with a punch. This makes it easy to combo opponent's bit. The thing is, this dash can easily be blocked or countered, and side dashing is all the good players' favorites. It has way lower cooldown and almost same dash range and moves much faster. Good players side dash and turn to camera to side dash behind their opponents. This is how it works for every other dash as well. Now combine the benefits of these dashes and use them to your advantage. The blocking is very simple. You can block attacks, but not all. And if you block, it might reduce damage on some attacks. But it's straightforward. The main point is to defend yourself. Usually this is used for blocking dashing. If you don't know how to block, press F on your keyboard. But if you're on mobile, press a shield key. And a thing called tracking is very important to blocking. Some people not be dumb and try to dash behind you, and you have to always face them so they won't hit you. Just tracking them with your camera, simple to say, but hard to do. There are 3 punch variants. They are mini, uppercut, down slam, and push. I will put each one on the screen for you to see. But first, how to do them and the difference between each one. So, for mini uppercut, it launches the opponent into the air, and using this while falling down, you can catch them with a movie. Example of these include flowing water, normal punch, shove, and more. And here is how I'm doing it. Next up is push. This is very simple, simply just do for M1S. Now for down slam, just do 3 M1 and jump and do a M1. But you can't real catch because they're on the floor, not falling down on the air. But after that, you can use a move that gets them off the ground. Okay guys, this is the 5 tips for today. But if you want combos my Discord, Roblox and more information, check out the description.